You probably remember that moment. A year ago tomorrow, Robert Prevost went from a relatively unknown Chicago-born cardinal to the Pope. The news from the conclave at the Vatican shocked and thrilled Chicago and the world.
Since then, a lot of people from our area have visited the man now known as Pope Leo XIV. Our Vince Gerasoli reports from the Vatican on the seemingly endless Chicago to Rome shuttle.
For years, the faithful have traveled to St. Peter's in hope of interacting with the Pope. Now, a growing list of Chicagoans is experiencing a personal connection with their hometown Holy Father, Pope Leo XIV. You can see it in St. Peter's Square, a delivery Chicago style of Pope Leo's favorite back-home pizza, Aurelio's.
White Sox! White Sox! White Sox!
You can hear it too. He's a lifelong White Sox fan, and chants supporting his favorite team often capture his attention.
God bless the White Sox!
There are more formal meetings as well, like this recent gathering with several suburban Chicago mayors.
He was a Chicago guy all the way. He was a regular guy.
Elmwood Park Village President Angelo Skip Saviano was one of them.
They told us either you kiss the ring when you approach him or you genuflect. I went to genuflect. He just grabbed me and says, just shake my hand. I mean, how much more regular could you get?
As Pope Leo spoke about governments watching out for the most vulnerable, Saviano came bearing gifts, like a personalized bocce ball set and a White Sox hat featuring the papal colors.
He was a regular guy, and you could just feel that.
I've had the opportunity of meeting Pope Leo now 3 times. For me, it meant everything, because it's my religion.
Here in Italy, Chicago restaurateur Phil Stefani and business partner Chef Art Smith were selected for a Vatican restaurant project when Pope Leo was still a cardinal.
They could seat 1,000 people inside here with no problem.
Stefani is genuinely impressed by the Pope's keen interest in his hometown.
His doors are open, so he's one of us.
Back in 1969, Pope Leo was one of them. In March, 10 former students from St. Mary of the Assumption Lower School journeyed to the Vatican for smiles, embraces, and a quick picture with a classmate they knew as Robert Prevost. And who could ever forget the kids from Our Lady of Mount Carmel Academy, who held a mini conclave of their own, then were invited in their papal robes to Rome for an informal meet and greet with the Holy Father.
I don't even know what to say. We just met the Pope.
How did this meeting come to pass in the first place?
It happened because God wanted it to.
Some meetings are more spiritual. Years ago, Chicago radio legend Kevin Matthews found a broken yet life-affirming statue of Mary in a dumpster. He took the broken Mary to the Pope for a blessing.
I said, I kept her broken because we're all broken and we're loved by God. And he loved that.
What was that moment like here? How did you feel inside?
There is something about the hearts of people living in Chicago. Yeah, we're tough, but we're also very kind. And that's what I felt, his kindness.
I have a Pope Leo story too. A few weeks back, my wife and I were in a receiving line outside of a papal residence. And as Pope Leo kindly made his way down the line, speaking to as many people as possible, I wondered, what would I say to one of the world's spiritual leaders? And this is what I came up with.
Will it be a good year for the White Sox?
All right, go White Sox.
Go White Sox. Certainly not a profound or spiritual moment, but a human one nonetheless, not unlike those that so many Chicagoans are now having with Pope Leo XIV. At the Vatican, Vince Gerasoli, CBS News, Chicago.
I think it was perfect.
How great was that?
Yes.
You know, you see all of these folks from Chicago going, but to hear them and their interactions with them is even more exciting.
And he seems so comfortable and natural.
He does.
It's my people.